Have you ever wondered where greatness truly begins? Is it a single moment of brilliance or a slow, steady flame nurtured over time? When we look at Bill Gates' life, we see it began with one force: curiosity. As a young boy in Seattle, Bill wasn't just a bright student. He was a voracious reader, a deep thinker, someone always asking why. He spent hours lost in books, from encyclopedias to science fiction. It wasn't memorizing facts for tests. It was understanding how the world worked. That curiosity was noticed and encouraged by his parents, who made a home where questions were celebrated. When computers were giant room-sized machines, mysterious to most, Bill saw something else. He didn't see only hardware, he saw vast potential. He was a puzzle solver at heart. The computer was his greatest puzzle. So when you think about your dreams, remember where they start: in quiet moments of wonder. Bill Gates' story reminds us, childhood curiosity plants the seeds of great achievement. Stay curious, keep learning, and never stop asking what if. That simple question is where every incredible journey begins. Passion is a fire, and for teenage Bill Gates, that fire was ignited by the glow of a computer screen. His school, Lakeside, was one of the very few in the country to have a computer terminal in the 1960s. This was his moment. This was his destiny calling. While other kids were playing sports, going to parties, Bill and Paul Allen were spending every free second in the computer room. They were completely captivated. They taught themselves how to write computer programs, learning the intricate language of machines. They weren't just playing, they were building, creating, dreaming in a language few others understood. Imagine the dedication it took, staying up all night, not for a party, but to solve complex coding problems. They were so determined to get computer time that they found bugs in the company's system and were given unlimited access. This wasn't about breaking rules. It was about their insatiable desire to learn. This taught Bill that with enough focus and hard work, you can master anything. He was learning how to turn problems into opportunities, a skill that would become his superpower. This period of intense learning was where the seeds of Microsoft were truly sown. Every line of code they wrote was a step toward a revolution. Bill Gates didn't stumble into success. He built it, one line of code at a time. Every great story has a turning point, a moment where you take a leap of faith. For Bill Gates, that moment came when he was a student at Harvard University. He saw an article about the Altair 8800, one of the first personal computers, and he knew the world was on the verge of a massive shift. He saw a future where computers would be in every home and on every desk. And he understood that for this to happen, these machines would need software, a language to make them easy for everyone to use. This was the vision that gripped him and wouldn't let go. With Paul Allen by his side, Bill made one of the boldest decisions of his life. He dropped out of Harvard. Can you imagine the courage that took? To leave one of the most prestigious universities to chase a dream almost no one else could see. They moved to Albuquerque, New Mexico, where the Altair company was based, and started a little company they called Microsoft. Their mission was simple, but incredibly ambitious: to put a computer on every desk and in every home, all running on Microsoft software. It was a vision so grand that people must have thought they were crazy. The partnership between Bill and Paul was the engine that powered this dream. Together, they were an unstoppable force, working tirelessly. What this teaches us is the power of a clear and compelling vision that can change the world. The path to success is never a straight line. It's filled with twists, turns, unexpected challenges. As Microsoft grew, Bill Gates faced giants. He faced intense competition, legal battles, and enormous pressure. One of the biggest moments, Microsoft made a deal with IBM to provide the operating system for their new personal computer. Microsoft didn't even have the OS yet. They had to acquire it and adapt it, racing against an impossible deadline. It was a huge gamble that paid off, leading to MS-DOS and later Windows. The journey had failures. Bill admitted them and treated failure as data. Example: the early reception of Windows 1.0. It was slow, clunky, didn't live up to the hype. Did he give up? No. He saw it as a starting point, not an end. He listened to feedback, learned from mistakes, and pushed his team to iterate and improve. That persistence brought Windows 3.0, then the revolutionary Windows 95, which became a global phenomenon. Learning from missteps, a masterclass in resilience. What defined Gates's leadership was relentless determination, incredible work ethic, and high standards. Through triumphs and trials, Gates showed real strength. It's how you get back up. Obstacles aren't roadblocks. their chances to get stronger, smarter, and more determined. What do you do after you've changed the world of technology and achieved more success than anyone could imagine? For some, that might be the time to rest. But for Bill Gates, it was the beginning of a new, even more profound mission. In 2008, he stepped away from Microsoft to dedicate his life to solving some of the world's biggest problems. He took the same intelligence, drive, and strategic thinking that built Microsoft and channeled it into philanthropy. This wasn't just about writing checks. It was about tackling the root causes of inequality and suffering. With Melinda, he founded the Gates Foundation, one of the largest private foundations in the world. Their mission is breathtakingly ambitious: to give every person on this planet the chance to live a healthy, productive life. They decided to focus on problems others were ignoring: eradicating diseases like polio and malaria, improving sanitation in developing countries, transforming global health and education. He approached these challenges just as he had software, with data, research, and relentless belief that complex problems can be solved. This shift from billionaire CEO to global philanthropist is perhaps the most inspiring chapter of his story. He is showing us that true success is not measured by what you get, but by what you give. The ultimate lesson is a story in two powerful acts. The first teaches us that with curiosity, hard work, and bold vision, you can achieve extraordinary things. The second teaches us that the greatest purpose of success is to lift others up. That is the true legacy and motivation for the ages.